Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As y'all can see by the title of today's video, we got the top 10 most dominant badges in NBA 2K20. Now before we get started with this video, ask yourself what dominant means. To me, it means things that make you completely unguardable, things that people cannot deal with, and as you can see we got 5 in the finishing category, 2 in the shooting, 2 in the playmaking, and 1 in the defense. I'm sure y'all can probably assume what the defensive badge is going to be, but anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. Let's try to get this one to 600 likes in the first 24 hours. Y'all been killing it with the 500 in the first 24 hours on like all the last few videos. So let's try to push the bar up a little bit. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and without further ado, let's get straight into this. So, what I'm going to do first and foremost is go ahead and show you guys all 10 badges that I have in my top 10. Then I'll get through with my ranking from 1 to 10. So, I know a lot of people don't like when I reveal like 10 first and go to 9, then 8, 7, 6, 5. You get the deal. But I feel like it embodies my list a lot better, and I feel like for the viewer's sake and like what you clicked on this video, it pertains a lot more to what you came here for. So for instance, I'll give away my number 10. It's something like Deadeye. I don't feel like that's the most dominant badge in the game, right? And when you see Deadeye, you're like, oh, this list sucks. Like, so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you all of the things that I have from 1 to 10, but like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the finishing first. We got Slithery, Pro Touch, Fancy, Back Down Punisher, and Contact Finisher. Then for the shooting, we got Deadeye and Range Extender. Now I'll get to that one when I get there. And then for playmaking, we have Quick First Step, Space Creator. And then for defense, I have Brick Wall. Obviously, that's going to be the one defensive badge. I feel like, obviously, you can't really be dominant with any of these other ones, because these are all like counters, you know what I mean? This is for like stopping people with good worm. This is for, you know, contesting people better. Obviously, like, none of these are going to be dominant. They're all like a counter slash defense for something. But Brick Wall, like I said, you can force your will upon somebody. For Space Creator and Quick First Step, again, these are things that will truly make you dominant and like hard to guard on top of that. And I understand, I didn't put Quick Draw in here. I feel like this is more of an essential, and I'm gonna explain that too. I'll have another video if y'all enjoy this type of, like, you know, series right here, like the most dominant or most necessary, or I would say most needed, just for like title reasons. But I could do most needed badges, and absolutely Quick Draw and Range Extender would be on there. You get the deal. I think that'd be a really good follow-up to this. But anyway, to move along with the list, number 1, I got Contact Finisher. Obviously, I feel like this had to be number 1. It helps all types of builds, whether that be post scorers, finishing down low, obviously the slashers, getting contact dunks, and the slashers with contact dunks, that stuff can be mad annoying, bro, and there's really not much to do about it other than just to be tall, and combined with, you know, other badges on here, obviously it gets that much better. Now, this badge alone becomes a little bit limited because you can take away contact dunks pretty easily, but then when you combine it with fancy footwork or something like that, then obviously like all bets are off, and it's hard to really like defend these people, because if you take away the contact dunk, the hop dunk is there. If you take away the hop dunk, you're most likely gonna get contact dunked. Long story short, this is really good in the right hands when it comes to the like good slashers, and it's hard to deal with. So number 2, for that reason, we have fancy footwork as well. So again, when these two are paired together, is mad hard to defend. And obviously, you know, like I said, when you take away the contact dunks, the hop dunks open up a little bit more. If you only had fancy and no contact finisher, obviously you're going to struggle to get contact dunks when they just, you know, can't paint on you. So again, these badges are more meant to be paired together, but they can still be good on their own. It's just not quite as good. So I had to put these two toward the top, because for any slasher, you're probably going to have both. Now, coming to number 3 on my list, I got Brick Wall. Now, here's my thing, y'all. I feel like screens, they are an essential thing of this game, and obviously, if you have them, they can improve your offense quite a bit. Now, for those of you who like be talking about how screens take no skill, stuff like that, and point guards that use them are complete trash, I don't really understand that aspect, yo, because what do you want? I don't really know what PS4 is like, but do y'all really have playmaking shot creators that are ISOing over there? Nah, I'm sure it's straight playmaking defenders, the two-way slash plays, and you guys are just constantly hop dunking on little like no defense having point guards, and their only counter to being good on offense is their range they bring to the table on offense, and, you know, using screens and stretching the defense out, making the bigs on the backside step up, hit their bigs when like the big actually does step up. This is my thing, y'all. Like I said, screens are such an essential thing in the game, and for you to just be like, yo, they take no skill, my thing too is like, you know, you got dudes that are out here, if you want to say this is unrealistic and like people wouldn't be brick walling dudes in the park and you'd be throwing hands like that, listen, this is the thing too. Being able to shoot 75% from 3 with like 50 3-pointer or 55 3-pointer, some Tony Allen stuff. This dude Tony Allen's probably shooting 28% from 3 at best in like a park setting, okay? And you got Pierlocks out here that are shooting like 70% or higher from 3. And I just want to kind of explain how I feel about that. Also, you don't got dudes slamming on each other's head in the park and stuff like that every single play. if you're like a good slasher. Although I don't know, maybe Giannis would be maybe Giannis would be giving dudes the work. But anyway, moving along, I don't want to spend too much time on Brick Wall. We got Back Down Punisher coming in at number 4 on the list. I feel like this is a pretty, self-explanatory one. It allows you to push people down in the paint a lot more. Obviously, you don't need this too much when it comes to like having high strength, but being able to back other bigs down is pretty important, because when strength meets strength, you need Back Down Punisher. If you don't have it and the other person has moving truck or something like that, it's going to be tough for you to literally just move them anywhere. And like I said, obviously the only time that this really matters is when you have strength on strength. If you're like a 7'3" big with a 6'5" guard on you, obviously it doesn't matter to have Back Down Punisher. But still, the principle of it, of backing people down, getting where you want it to go. Obviously, you guys know how OP the good old post hooks and the post fades are and stuff like that. And that would also be why this badge is on the list right here. But anyway, you get the deal. Back Down Punisher, very dominant badge. It gives like Shaq vibes and stuff like that too, so obviously it had to fit on the list. Coming at number 5, we have Space Creator. So the reason I have this a little higher than Quick First Step, I feel like Quick First Step can be more of a necessity badge. Obviously this does make you really hard to guard in ISO as well, and actually coming in number 6 I have Quick First Step as well, so I'll just kind of describe these two hand in hand. The reason I say Space Creator a little bit higher on the list than Quick First Step, you can force this upon anybody. I'm talking you can just constantly keep doing hop jumpers, dudes will fall, you will get open, and it will, leave people stunned. And the fact of the matter is, I don't see a lot of people doing this. I feel like they have the wrong hop jumpers on too. Put on that normal 14, it's like that big bunny hop. It's gonna make people stumble. It creates a lot of separation. You can shoot threes off of it. You can like drive off to the mid-range off of it. And with the right height, you're not gonna sit there and like, be stunned yourself. Because if you only have 70 ball control, you kind of stand there for a little bit and you can't move. It like stops you from going anywhere. But with the right ball control, you can constantly just do this thing. And I'm gonna be real, this is the stuff that takes no skill. All right, I'm gonna put it like that. But obviously to be able to shoot off of it, it takes a little bit. But you get the deal. This is a very repetitive and annoying badge right here, and like I said, you can force it upon anybody. Then with Quick First Step, this is more of a necessity badge. If I did the top 10 most needed badges, this is definitely going to be toward the top like 1 or 2, because I will say this, if you're a point guard without this badge, you move so slow. You could have 99 speed, 99 ball control, all that stuff, and with no Quick First Step, you are moving like a snail, bro. It's crazy like how necessary this badge is, but you get the deal. Obviously for ISO, it makes you a little bit more unguardable when it comes to that aspect of, people not being able to keep up with you. Obviously when you're like working out the triple threat from the top as well, if they're sagging off on you, you pull the 3. If they're playing tight, you can just, beat them off the Quick First Step. I've seen it firsthand with my play slash too. This thing on Hall of Fame can be crazy. So moving along, number 7 on my list, we got Protest. Now obviously this fits the post score mold. It's not really the best slasher badge. I was out here thinking I was trash, but y'all were telling me in the comments that yeah, like layup timing is just broken as far as like being able to time it well and like green it and stuff. So again, Protest is not meant to be a good slasher badge, but this is mostly like a post score thing. Obviously for the post hooks and stuff, this allows you to green them more, allows you to hit the slightly earlys and slightly lates better, and even just hit the contested post hooks that much better. But I feel like the variety on this list was pretty good. We got a couple slasher badges, a couple post badges, a couple like shooting badges like range extender, deadeye, stuff like that. Then we got Quick First Step and Space Creator, some guard ones, and then for just like regular bigs, not like post scores or slashes or anything. Although this does fit slashes pretty well in my opinion, but Brick Wall. So anyway, again, we got Pro Touch coming in at that number 7 spot. Coming in number 8, we got the Slithery Finisher. Now the reason I have this a little bit lower, I don't really think this is like a force your will upon somebody, but then again, I will say those reverse dunks and stuff like that, Slithery definitely like fits those as far as like the baseline reverses. Now I have never even done that stuff this year. I feel like maybe I have too many dunk packages on to get like a good reverse, like baseline reverse dunk, but I don't know. I've seen it firsthand, and I've seen like what this badge does for people, and obviously I rock out with this no matter what. It doesn't only fit the baseline reverses. Obviously it fits just sliding past people on dunks better, being able to avoid contact. But I will say at the beginning of the year, a lot of people were like skeptical as to whether contact finisher plus Slithery Finisher like canceled out being able to get contact dunks, because obviously it says avoids contact, and then this one welcomes it. But like I said, all 3 of these things together when it comes to Slithery, Fancy, and Contact, it's a perfect match made in heaven for these 3 things, and it's just a beautiful combo when you combine all 3 of them. And to have them on Hall of Fame, I gotta say, like, it's a beautiful thing to have a slasher. But I will say you can still slash very well without Hall of Fame finishing badges. Finishing badges on Hall of Fame might be one of the more overrated ones in the game, because I just feel like for the playmaking defenders, they can still get contact dunks, they can still hop dunk really well. I will say like the boost from gold to Hall of Fame is noticeable still, but it's not the biggest deal ever. But anyway, so moving along to 9 and 10. I got range extender at 9, Deadeye at 10. The thing about range extender, I feel like it's more of a necessity badge, like I always talk about with these shooting badges. Obviously, like a thing with like quick draw, right? If you want to make the case that this should be on the list, it's definitely the most needed badge, but it's not dominant. You get what I'm saying? But to not have it absolutely sucks. But I'm just like fitting this cool little like, you know, mold of the video of most dominant, how you can force your will upon somebody, and to have like a lot of range in that pick and roll is big time too. And also you kind of just need it, like I said, for like a playmaking defender or something like that, where if you like, you can't just hug the 3-point line, and obviously you look like a complete come up if you don't have any range extender. Now, like I said, the thing that makes this dominant is the higher you go with it, and if you're a playmaking shot creator or a BP build or something like that, something with shooting in it, obviously you can stretch the pick and roll out a lot more. It gets your guard, it gets your big more open on the screens and stuff like that, because they have to step up higher to you. And like I said, the higher the range extender, the more dominant your pick and roll game is. So then at number 10, we got Deadeye, where I feel like it's not the best badge just in general. It's not like the most noticeable one. You can still hit contested shots even without it. But again, this is more of like a nobody can really do anything about it. If you hit a contested shot, what are they going to do? They're going to sit here and complain about it because because they just are getting like a 60% hit in their face. Now, obviously, one that could really weigh in right here is Steady Shooter. I just feel like Steady, and this should be definitely honorable mention number 1, all right? Because it's kind of the same thing as Deadeye, but it definitely just weighs down your open shooting. And I know that for a fact. I know a lot of people try to contest that and be like, it doesn't make you worse at open shooting. And a lot of people see this, like, you know, description of it, and they don't understand it. Like I said, receives less of a penalty for contested shots, but you don't get rewarded that big boost when you're open. And again, it just weighs down your open shooting, and I just feel like I don't really like that for that sense. But I don't know, maybe for your money, if you want to swap Deadeye and Steady Shooter, you can go for that. I wouldn't complain as far as this list goes. And maybe let me know if you think Steady belongs even higher on this list too, and something else should have been kicked out. But anyway, that's all for the vid. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. And if we get this to 600 likes in the first 24 hours, I'll bring the most needed badges tomorrow. I hope y'all enjoy this little aspect too. It's not really the top 10 best badges in the game. It's just fitting a different mold and kind of having a good discussion and like talking to you guys about that stuff too. So again, I hope y'all enjoyed the little mold of this video. But anyway, other than that, if you made it to the very end of the vid too, put badge in the comments to show your support that you made it all the way through this one. But other than that, hope y'all enjoyed, and take it easy, man. Peace.